Hello, my name is Dr. Mitch Wilkins, and this is my friend Lucky. Lucky is a Canadian curly horse. Oh, so you've never heard of a curly horse before? Well, I bet there's a lot of types of horses you haven't heard of. Throughout the world, there are many types of unique horse populations that are in danger of being lost forever. Lucky represents only one of them. A curly winter coat, like Lucky has, is called a trait. And this is a trait that serves Lucky very well in the cold environment to which he's adapted. Traits are caused by mutations. In Lucky's case, it is a mutation on a keratin gene. This gene is called KRT25 and is essential in hair production. A curly winter coat can be produced by a number of different mutations. In North America, there are 3 other types of curly coats that are produced by 3 completely different types of mutations. Each type gives different coat characteristics. Horses like Lucky that have a curly coat producing mutation within the KRT25 gene have 3 distinctive layers to their winter coat: a short inner layer, a fluffy middle layer, and an outer layer of curly guard hairs. Horses with curly winter coats are also found in Patagonia, Argentina. Their coats are caused by mutations that are believed to be completely different from North American curly horses like Lucky. The remote village of the Quinchao, Patagonia, near the Sumancura Plateau, is a home of guanacos and also rayas, but it is also the home of the few remaining Argentine Carrillo horses that have curly winter coats. In 2018, I went there to gather genetic samples and examine the last known horses of their kind. Horses with curly winter coats are also found in Asian horse populations. Within the Mongolian horse population are individuals that sport curly winter coats. Horses with long curly winter coats can be found within the Lokai horse population of Tajikistan. Also within the Zabalskaya horse population of southern Siberia are individuals with curly winter coats. They represent about 10% of the population. And finally, in the northeastern Indian state of Manipur, there are Manipuri ponies born with long, curly winter coats. It seems that all of these horse populations are found along the routes of the Old Silk Road. Are they related to each other? Could the remaining curly horse populations of North and South America be related in some way? The answers require genetic science and funds to conduct these inquiries. Next, let's look at a unique and beautiful type of North American Mustang known as Sulfur Mustangs. A very few of these individuals have curly winter coats, and yet their coats are completely different than Lucky's. They're caused by a different mutation and have completely different properties. There are only 3 of these horses known to exist. I am going to show you clips of Renegade, who is a curly sulfur stallion and may be the last of his kind. We are doing everything that we can to keep this type of horse from going extinct. But I must remind you, 99% of Sulfur Mustangs do not have curly coats. Unfortunately, we we do not have winter pictures of Renegade, but the beautiful winter coats that can be seen on these types of horses can be seen in the picture of his mother, Esquel. One last look at Renegade, and then let's look at the other 99.9% of sulfurs. In the southwestern regions of Utah, around 100 miles from the small community of Melford, there exists a very unique type of American Mustang. These horses live within a range of mountains collectively called the Needles. The Needles Mountains are divided into two sub-ranges. One is called the Indian Peaks Range, and the other is called the Mountain Home Range. This is a high, inhospitable desert, ranging from 9,000-foot peaks to 6,000-foot valleys. There is little water and very sparse vegetation. The presence of man has rarely been felt here. The uniquely American horses that have lived here for more than 300 years are known as Sulfur Mustangs. They derive their name from one of the few water sources in this high desert, the Sulphur Spring. These horses are distinct in that a large percentage of their population exhibits the various dun coloring traits that horses had before domestication. Although the inherited dun traits can be found in a variety of breeds, to find a population with this extent of dun coloring is unusual. The sulfurs also exhibit many Iberian characteristics. There are many legends of where these animals came from and how they got to their remote locations so many centuries ago, but nobody knows for sure. Currently, I'm involved with a scientific inquiry which could give us an indication of these horses' relationship to other horse breeds with an emphasis on possible Iberian connections. Unfortunately, these horses are on the verge of extinction. They have suffered poor population management policies and dissension among groups that are trying to preserve their unique bloodlines. It was thought that the original type of Sulphur Mustang may have been gone from the wild, but recently a trail cam station at a remote waterhole, which is not near the original Sulphur Spring, has discovered a few remnant horses that appear to be the original sulfurs. As you can see from the trail cam, wild horses have a unique role in the desert ecosystem. Their instinctive behaviors of pawing in the water and rolling in the spring keep it from being silted up by sand, thus maintaining a water source available for other species. Now I want to show you Bahira, a Sulphur Mustang that was captured and adopted several years ago. He is a wonderful example of this type of American horse. Now, we we are going halfway around the world to look at a remarkable horse that is found in Siberia. In one of the coldest habitats on Earth lives an ancient type of horse called a Yakut horse. The horse is able to live in this harsh environment due to several remarkable adaptations. They have hollow hair like a polar bear to give insulation where temperatures in the winter regularly drop to minus 60 degrees. These horses also have retractable mammary glands to protect them from frostbite. Dr. Rivery Ivanov believes certain populations of these horses can trace their ancestry back to the late Pleistocene era, where their ancestors roamed the Siberian steppes with woolly mammoths. Currently, he is working with American scientists to look at Yakut horse genetics. In the scenes you are seeing, the beautiful cinematography of Igor Makarov, who is documenting the dangerous and historic ride of Nikita Kresty across Siberia on a Yakut horse. You can see more of his work and learn more about Nikita on this link. 2 accidental findings in North America link some North American Mustang populations with Yakut horse genetics. Yakut genetic markers are found in feral horses of the Nemai Valley of British Columbia and also in Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota. There are no historical records of Yakut horses ever reaching North America. Could this be evidence of a second introduction of the horse to North America from East Asia? Exploring this possibility would make a wonderful episode. I hope you will join me in future episodes as together we explore the wonderful diversity of horses found on our planet.